Welcome to this quick explainer. Today, we're diving into a really specific, honestly kind of powerful mindset shift that's just tucked away inside the Portuguese language. It's a surprisingly simple phrase, but it completely reframes how we handle all those unavoidable everyday frustrations. So, if you're the kind of person who loves seeing how language actually shapes our outlook on life, well, you're in the exact right place. Let's get into it.
Think about your day-to-day routine for a second. What exactly do you say when your plans just fail? Because we all face those universal annoyances, right? You spill your coffee, you miss the train by like 10 seconds, a big meeting gets pushed back, or maybe your friend just bails on you at the absolute last minute. It can ruin your mood in an instant. But what if there was a linguistic solution to just kind of reset your mood? What if a few simple words could actually help you shake off that frustration and keep moving?
Okay, let's dive into this. The phrase we're looking at is Segue ou baile. Now, its literal translation is actually really beautiful. It means the dance goes on. Take a second to just visualize that. But why a dance? Like, how does the image of a dance actually help you when you're having a completely terrible Tuesday? Well, that's exactly where the cultural magic of this expression really comes alive.
Notice the stark contrast here between these two ideas. On the one hand, we've got the literal meaning, right? The dance goes on. It conjures up this incredibly poetic imagery of a grand ballroom, or maybe a super vibrant street festival. The music's blaring, people are moving together, the energy is just high. But on the other hand, we have the figurative, practical meaning, which is basically just life goes on, or let's move on. It's exactly what you say when things simply do not go as planned. It literally takes the elegance and that unstoppable rhythm of an ongoing dance and applies it directly to the messy, super practical reality of just putting one foot in front of the other when you hit a roadblock.
Now, what's really fascinating is how we actually apply this to everyday disasters. Take this first example from our source material. Meu celular quebrou. My phone broke. I mean, we've all been there, right? The phone slips, it hits the pavement, you see the cracked screen, and you feel that sheer, utter panic. Mas segue o baile. But life goes on. Notice the psychological pivot there. You acknowledge the highly frustrating event, the cracked phone, but you immediately follow it up with an upbeat tempo. The music hasn't stopped, you know? You just have to keep moving. And this brilliantly illustrates another dimension of the phrase, shifting from personal mishaps to social ones. A festa acabou cedo, mas segue o baile. The party ended early, but let's move on. This perfectly addresses those social disappointments we literally all experience. You had high expectations for the night, you got all dressed up, and then, the night just sort of fizzled out. Instead of dwelling on that anticlimax or letting it completely ruin your weekend, you just shrug it off. You keep that forward momentum going. The literal party might be over, but your personal dance, your energy just keeps moving right along to the next thing.
I want you to picture this next highly relatable scenario. Choveu o dia inteiro e eu fiquei preso no trânsito. Segue o baile. It rained all day and I got stuck in traffic. Oh well, life goes on. Just imagine it. You're sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, the rain is just drumming relentlessly on your windshield, and you are definitely going to be late. Now you could let the anger boil over. Or you can look at the situation, realize you have absolutely zero control over the weather or the cars idling around you, and simply declare, Segue o baile. It acts as a total release valve for your stress.
So the crucial point is this. Segue o baile is not just some catchy phrase. It is a totally practical tool for emotional regulation. The source material makes this so clear. You use it anytime something doesn't go your way, and you actively want to keep a positive vibe. It's a very deliberate choice to not let the minor inconveniences of life pull you down into a spiral. By literally saying it out loud, you are telling yourself to just brush off the negativity, adapt to the new rhythm, and keep your internal momentum going strong.
And that brings us to the invitation our source beautifully leaves us with. Learn Portuguese with us. And honestly, looking at how much culture, resilience, and optimism can be packed into just 3 little words, it's a pretty compelling invitation, isn't it? Language really is the lens through which we see the world. So the next time you face a hurdle, big or small, ask yourself this. When things don't go your way, do you stop the music or do you let the dance go on?